TNA and WWE have a partnership. They are going to be
Do
doing some sort of talent exchange. We already seen Cora Jade appear on TNA Genesis. We have seen in the past Jordan Grace and Joe Hendry appear on NXT, but it's been formalized. TNA and WWE have a working relationship, man. What are your
yeah,
thoughts?
interesting. I mean, I don't hate it. I think it's a great idea. Give those wrestlers more exposure, and it's doing something that we were criticized for saying, is exposing people to new
What don't
wrestlers
we
that
get
they've never.
criticized for saying? I'm gonna be real with you.
You know what? We don't get criticized for cussing. That's interesting, actually.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I think this thing is great though. It gives TNA some exposure, and WWE they get to use some talent, and they get to like also have their talent who may not have anything to do kind of work other places and get some buzz about them. I think it's good for them as well.
Absolutely, I think it's good for WWE. It's the first time that I know of. I mean, they've done it in the past, but not like openly like this,
Whoa,
because they were
were you
very.
not there for WWE and All Japan Pro Wrestling in the early '90s? Where were you when?
Yeah.
Were you not there when Vince McMahon allowed Triple H to go to an Evolve show
Yes, I was there for that
once?
once. It happened once,
But yeah,
and
no, a partnership
yeah.
like this with a North American company is pretty like a formalized partnership is pretty unprecedented for
Oh, it
WWE.
is. It definitely is. It's good. It's a good thing though. It's good for wrestling, right? Like it's good for the talent, so it's good. It makes good, interesting TV. So it's good for wrestling. Um, I can't wait to see it. I've heard that Jordan Grace is probably destined to
She's up out of there, bro. She's going to
WWE.
she is reporting to the Performance Center like next week. That she
That's what
is
I thought. Yeah, that's what I heard. Yep, yep, yep. And good for her, man. She is going through a lot. I don't know if you guys follow Jordan Grace, but Jordan Grace, great personality, great person in general. She's going through a lot in her wrestling career to get to where she is. Good on her, man. Absolute good on her.
we got Frank G saying Cora Jade next TNA champion. Ooh.
Ooh.
Well, she would have to beat the almighty Tessa Blanchard in order.
Yes, and she would also have to beat Misha
Well,
Slamovich.
Masha, she would have to be Masha Slamovich really, but
Mama,
like
Mama
on
Slamovich.
the way there, you gotta beat Tessa. That's the
Yes, you have to beat them.
that's the
Almighty
challenge
Rachel.
you
I
put
mean,
in front.
Almighty
That's how you
Tessa.
get. That's how you get wrestlers over. Put them in front of allegedly horrible people.
Yeah, I
That's how you
mean,
get them
I think
over.
this is pretty. I think this is pretty allegedly.
Oh, look, hey man, I'm not trying to catch a lawsuit.
Yes, of course, you're right.
You gotta hit that Jesus and Mero
Allegedly,
allegedly.
allegedly.
This is a great partnership. There's a lot of people out there who are saying though, Trevor, that this might help TNA
I
a
think it
lot,
will.
and I think it will as well. I
Yeah, I think it
think
will.
it will help TNA, potentially in their next TV deal. Like this is a major thing they can tell. They're like you can go to a company like, hey, look how hot WWE is. We have a partnership that allows WWE talent to come on our shows. You
Yep,
will be able to get
absolutely.
like WWE level talent on TV. That is a major deal for TNA. That is something they can tout from a business side of things. They can tout that, and I would lead with that if I was them when they're shopping their next TV contract. Um, and
Yeah,
God knows
I
they need it,
definitely
man. They
agree
need
with
to
that.
get the hell up off of Axis, get some more exposure.
Yeah, man. I mean, the product isn't bad. The product isn't bad at all. I mean, you have some great matches. You have terrible matches, but you have some great talent too. But it's all about exposure, and that's the name of the game. Exposure, people seeing the talent being able to go elsewhere, talent being touted after by other people. Like is a lot of different things that you want, and that the TNA does have the talent for that. So
Got to get it in this business.
be
Um,
it.
as Booker T would say. But I'm excited for it. This is like a great thing. I think more companies should be working together. And yeah, although I don't think anyone's gonna be working with GCW anytime soon. The crash out was real. Shout out to PCO for
Hey, did you see that in that same pay-per-view, that terrible injury?
yeah.
Oh,
That
yeah,
was pretty bad. Yeah.
yeah. She's doing okay though. She's
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
okay.
yeah. She has a GoFundMe up.
Yep, yep, yep.
And shout out to. Whew, man, I hate I hate it when bad things happen in pro wrestling.
Yeah,
But
no, yeah, and
but
presumably good people too. Like from what I know, she's a stand-up individual. But
but what I will say, this TNA WWE thing is definitely good for everybody.